Gamers be gaming. Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Flight Talk. Now, this is the second one, and the other ones were alright, they're kind of okay, but I think I can do better. Unfortunately, I can't, as you'll see in this video. So I've got to apologise, first of all, because there was another audio issue. I'm really sorry, but it was. I've got a new microphone, which is not on me at the moment. So I took this new microphone and I was like, yes, no more echoey, rubbishy audio. What it actually does was I had a small problem before I went to Valencia to film some of this. The lead I'd gotten didn't work, so I ended up running into Maplins like the day before. Got some cheap, old adaptery thingies. And what I didn't know is that if you move the mic too much with these adaptery things on, it makes a bit of crackling noise. Now, Shane's one that's coming up does this a little bit. The others don't so much, so maybe it's just Shane. Shane. But yeah, there's a few little bits towards me. It gets better as it goes through the video. Hopefully it's not too bad. The others, this is probably the worst one, but I want to do Shane because I've been meaning to get Shane's one done for so long. But yeah, without further ado, the man, the myth, the magnum of peace, the bamboozler himself, it's Epsilon Shane.
Taking fire, cuts it back middle. You can see on the mini-map now, shots coming from Pillars. It's going to juke back. Catches that player in the middle. Let's realize that he just...
Okay, and hello and welcome to the show, Shane. I've been meaning to have you on here for a little while. It is far too long. It is far too long. So we'll have a casual chat about you and your career and what kind of person you are and how disgusting and disgraceful and everything like that, along that sort of line. So, first of all, you know, I mean, most people know you now in the community. Let's talk a little bit about that. It's just hit that subject right on. How does it now feel to be, you know, I'm going to put it out there, famous?
Famous is kind of a strong word, but it's kind of weird.
In the community you are.
I'm not going to blame your own trumpet, but anyway.
No, you blow as much as you want. You go for
it.
Anyway,
it's like, I do find it a bit weird when people come up asking for autographs, people asking for pictures, like at MOG when some really hot Asian girl asked me for a picture. I just thought I should be slobbering all over her, asking for a number and that, but that was quite weird.
You were in Prophecy, you had great, you know, that was kind of your starting point to where you are now, essentially. Then you left Prophecy, and everybody kind of, dropped from Prophecy, small dig there. And I'll admit, I was a little bit worried. I was like, what is going to happen to Shane now? Is he going to get in another good team? And you formed a team with the young guns, essentially, and that's kind of worked out for you.
Kind of, yeah. Like after getting dropped from Prof, I didn't really think like I could find another team that were as good as them. But Mad Cat, me and Mad Cat I've wanted to team with Mad Cat for a long time, and we've never really had a chance to opportunity to team with each other. But he gave me a chance. It started off with me, Josh, Exanity, and Dylan. And our first event we came third at I-Series. And second event, EG09, we had barely any practice. We came second, and we only losing to the world champions at the time, Impact. But now we picked up Jared, and in my opinion, we're one of the most, well, we're probably the most formidable EU team of all time, to be honest.
Well, you know, a lot of people would agree with you there, Shane. Now, let's talk about Shane and, you know, your career in COD, because a long time ago you told me you used to only play with friends and you never really team with a big team, and now it's progressed to the point where a lot of people will put you as the best team in Europe. You had a little bit of a disappointing MLG. What is next for Shane? How do you go from here? Are you just taking it as it comes? Have you got a plan?
Basically, after MLG, you have such a disappointing placement, which, if anybody watched our game, will agree that we did not deserve that. But we just lost the Impact. Like we lost our heads against Quantic, which we shouldn't do. We're more experienced than that. But we wanted to come to DreamHack Valencia like 2 weeks after MLG, just to basically bounce back with a win. That's what we're here to do. Strictly business this event. Strictly business.
I believe you said that in a different way beforehand. It's some trash talk. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your team, because they are, you know, relatively young. They're not inexperienced. You've got some cracking players, and let's talk about this. Let's start with the man himself. Just had a cracking game, as we saw you earlier on. Mad Cat. What do you think of Mad Cat?
Mad Cat is I can't even describe it. He's the best player I've ever seen in Europe by far, and in my opinion, top 3 anchors in the world. He's played out of his skin this event. He played out of his skin at MG. He got MVP at Skyland. Uncontested best player in Europe at the moment. which is a big call as well because our team was Jared too.
All right, well, that's it. All right, let's move on to the next guy because obviously you dropped Josh, which was I imagine it was a hard decision, and there was only one person to replace him, and that was Jared. Now, Josh and Jared, two ends of the personality spectrum, I suppose you could say. Jared's quite a quiet guy. How did that come about, and how do you get on with the man?
Jared's just probably the nicest guy you ever meet in your life. People that don't know him, they'll see him as quiet, but like he's quite talkative around us and stuff. But at LAN, his comms are amazing. His shot is just.
Well, yeah, I think we can all
ridiculous.
His shot is very good.
He's good at Jared's really good at killing people. Put it that way.
All right, let's move on to the young one, Zanity. Now, I know he's been worried before about getting dropped because he is young, and sometimes he has this. How do I put it? Doubt of himself. How has it been? Obviously, you are the captain. Have you sort of taken him under your wing a little bit?
Kind of. Like Jay's very new to being in a top team.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's done it in such a short amount of time, but because basically on Modern Warfare 3, when I've never heard of him, towards the end of it, someone told me to you get him as a pickup, and I basically just laughed him off. Like, no.
So
I've never
laughed Zanity off.
Basically, I laughed him off. Said no, I'm not teaming with him. I spit on players I've never heard of. And now he's much better than me, so I'll eat my own words.
Well, there we go. We heard it. He was going to spit on Zanity, and Zanity proved him wrong. Let's go into your E personality, and you're famous for your trash talk and your banter and putting that forward. How do you go about? I mean, do you prepare this thing beforehand? Because some of it's pretty good.
No, I can't say I've ever prepared trash talk. That'll be. I couldn't imagine myself sitting in a room thinking, oh, that would sound funny. So I just carry on saying that. I don't know. That's why you see me blurt out something stupid sometimes. I don't think about what I say.
Well, that's fair enough. Have you anything else you want to shout out to the fans at home? Anyone else in the community you want to call out or anything like that? Give me some juice. Call out someone. Do it.
Call out someone?
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to call out TCM.
Oh, not impressed with that lineup?
Oh, they're a great lineup, but I just don't like. They did good at Chief Infinities, but after that they come out with a little ego, and we play them next. Hope they're a great team. It's going to be a great game, and hopefully we can crush a few egos.
Well, there we go. Shane says TCM have got a little bit of an ego, and he's looking to put the stoppers on that. Shane, you've been on Top Flight Talk now. Thanks for coming on and having a little chat with me. A little bit relaxed, a couple of laughs. And we will definitely have you on again. I said I'd like to get a continuous thing through the year, so thank you very much.
No problem. Very much.